Hello, everybody. Hope the volume's coming through. So, welcome to the live stream. We're going to try another standing stream here and see how well that works out. It looks like on the screen my audio is pretty good, so let's just go ahead and try it this way. I might be upgrading the mic here in the near future, so hopefully that'll solve some of the other audio issues that we've had along the way here. But anyway, welcome to the stream. As you may be able to tell from the title, if you haven't guessed already, then I will just go ahead and say it. We finally did pass the 1,000 subscriber mark here over on the Mystery channel, and so I wanted to come on here and give a big thank you to all of you out there that have subscribed and help our 539 family hit this second milestone here on the second channel, and so many thanks to everybody that made that happen. Hey everybody, welcome to Emmy, welcome to Amanda, Shauna, Broken Wing, welcome everybody, good to have you guys here. Thanks for joining me here tonight. So the command center might be looking a little bit different to some of you out there. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. So, well, maybe I could just back up. There we go. We'll just do it that way. But, yeah, we've made some upgrades here. We've got some new plants. We've got some definitely new growth. A lot of things are looking a little bit different. I've repotted a few things. I've moved some things around. So those changes are probably visible to some of you here. I've got some new lighting. Some of it was in the last live stream as well, but you can tell a little bit better this time. I actually like the camera angle a little bit better because you can see the lights now behind me, even with the bright decorative light, which, if you're wondering, it's just it's basically a decorative LED bulb that is made to look like the old-fashioned light bulbs, and so it is basically just hanging against the wall, but luckily, since it's LED, it won't put off. I just hit one of my plants. Anyway, it won't put off enough heat to cause any issues. So if anybody is wondering, I might have to step off camera here real quick and pull off the hoodie. I went out for a little bit, and it's a little bit chilly outside, and it's pretty warm inside, so now I'm starting to get hot. Excuse me. Hey there, Tina. Thank you very much. Jeanette, welcome. John, good to have you here. Thanks to everybody for joining us. So yeah, it's been a long journey here. Obviously, we took a big break on the second channel for a long time, and still to a certain degree, it's been on a hiatus, and just now I'm really starting to think about uploading new full episodes and not just live streams to the channel. So yeah, it's quite a milestone because it really marks not only this channel passing 1,000, but really the channel's comeback in general, as now the new episodes will start. The behind-the-scenes stuff can happen again. Some of the other types of episodes, the off-topic episodes that don't really have anything to do with travel or don't have anything to do with adventure travel and wouldn't make sense on 539 Productions, now we can start to do that over here. And so it opens up a lot of different possibilities, and really is exciting for me, especially because I can be a little bit more creative with my content and not really have to worry about it as much, since we won't be posting it on the primary channel and affecting those videos at all. My day is going great, thank you. I appreciate you asking, John. Hey there, Ken. Welcome, Jade. The big orange and black thing with the plant. Behind me, there's like a golden, sort of like, it's like a decorative mushroom. It's supposed to go with the plant motif. but I'm not sure if I like it or not. I had painted the bottom actually glow in the dark, hoping that the black light would have a little bit more of an effect, which I actually don't have the primary black light on right now, so that could be some of the issue. But yeah, it's it's okay, but I might change it. I don't know. It might get nixed in the next upgrade here. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Hey, Roy. Welcome. Thanks for saying hi. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I hope everybody has been enjoying the recent episodes. There will be more episodes coming out, as well as I have a little bit of an announcement. We will be upping the number of episodes that we're doing per week here starting next month. I'm going to be doing at least 4 episodes a week, and we'll start doing episodes during the week. So we'll do like same episodes as what we're doing now normally. I know last weekend only had 1 episode, but actually I think the last 2 weekends we've only had 1 episode. And so we're going to go back to the 2 episodes a week starting this weekend. And then we're going to go to 4 episodes a week starting the first week of June. So we'll be having a lot more stuff coming out, a lot more to see, and I'm going to be doing hopefully 2 to 3 streams every single week as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, red hair now. Actually started well, let's see, a couple months ago actually. When I went down to Alabama, I colored my hair red, and it's actually starting to fade. So I'm going to be getting a lot of it cut out here soon and getting prepared for the next color, which probably will be. I did have a violet that I was going to try since I've never done that color before, but in sticking with the brighter, crazier colors, I'm probably going to do some sort of green next. I'm not sure exactly what kind. It's probably not going to be a real bright green, not like a lime green or anything like that. It's probably going to be like a darker, sort of evergreen type color. So, yeah, I'm going to be changing here pretty soon. So, thank you, John. Appreciate that. So yeah, we got some interesting episodes coming out this weekend. Can't say much more about it than that. I'm not completely done with everything yet. I've got a few things yet to do, but yeah, I'll definitely be updating everybody here soon on social media, either on Twitter or over on Instagram. As you know, I sometimes do release the thumbnails a little bit early over there so that people can get kind of a preview of what's coming up for the weekend. Blue. Yeah, actually, I do want to go back to blue. I did enjoy blue a lot. That was definitely one of my top colors. And yeah, one way or the other, I'll try to do blue here soon, but it'll be a little bit. Maybe later on this year. Maybe when I head back out west, we'll go blue again. Actually, I was technically blue when I was out in California, but that was midnight blue. So, thank you, Tammy. Appreciate it. And thank you again. Thank you, Jeremy. I would love to come to Massachusetts. I really am trying to get out east and do a lot of the states in the New England area that I've missed out on over the years. That's one of the areas that I really haven't had a chance to explore much, and so I'm looking forward to making it out that way again. And as some of you know, I did miss my first chance at when me and the guys from Urban Ghost Urban Exploration tried to get together the first time. We were actually going to meet up in New York, and they ended up getting to go out there, and I wasn't able to make it. And so, yeah, I have definitely been trying to get out there. So I'll be out that way, hopefully this year sometime. There's definitely some stuff I need to check off the list, and a lot of it's in that area. Yeah, massive upgrades. Everything has changed position, and we've added lots of new plants and lots of new decorations and lighting. Yeah, it's I've been having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, gonna be doing a little bit more over the coming months, and I have some other news that I haven't told anyone yet, and I may have on Twitter put out a few things that were kind of cryptic that might have to do with them here and there. If anybody's interested in searching, or anybody has seen a few cryptic tweets that they don't know what it is, it might pertain to that stuff, and I'll have some news here about that coming soon. But there are some more upgrades on the way to the command center, and so I will have more big news coming over, like I said, the next few months. Hey there, Debbie. Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you. Bachelor's Grove. I will have to check that out sometime. Make it a 24-hour challenge. I don't think that in a lot of those places it would be possible. Maybe one of these days. Hey there, Laura. Welcome. We passed the 1,000 subscriber mark, finally. I think we hit, we're up to 1,011, I think currently 1,010, 111, something like that. Am I buffering? Might be regional, I don't know. Thanks, John, you have a good night. Oh, I'm backed off frame again here. Having to get used to this a little bit. I haven't had the camera hooked up like this for a long time. Yeah, if anybody else is having any issues, let me know. Or if you want to shout out and say that you're not having any issues, that works too. Yeah. Yes, I ended up getting glasses a couple months ago, again, before I went down to Alabama. So, yeah, it's been fairly recent, but just basically for driving, but I just wear them a lot anymore. They do help a little bit, but I don't need them. Hey there, Laura. Did I ever say hi to Laura? Oh, no, we have two Lauras in here right now. So welcome to everybody. A phantom farmhouse. That does sound interesting. Yeah, maybe if I talk to the people that ran the place, they might let me do some sort of 24-hour sort of challenge. I don't really know. I gotta be careful with the challenge stuff when it comes to cemeteries anyway. I don't want to do anything that might come off as being semi-disrespectful. So I wouldn't mind doing like some sort of 24-hour stream from a place like that, just to sort of get all aspects of the day and night on video, and to have some sort of experimental content like that. But we'd have to see. Brian, welcome. Good to have you here. Thank you, Jen. Welcome, Manya. Good to have you here. Okay, looks like Jade's not having any issue. Debbie's might be buffering a little bit. Maybe it could be a regional issue. Might be just heavy traffic in some of the areas around the country. So my apologies to anybody that's experiencing any issues out there. Yeah, some of it's beyond my control. I know last time we had a little bit of an issue where my actual video that was streaming from my phone's camera to my computer was actually having buffering issues, and so it made it look like there was issues with the network, or with the internet in various areas for you guys, and actually what it was a problem on my end. So that's good to hear, Jen. Okay, good. Did I ever get in contact with you know what? I've actually sent so many messages recently. I'm gonna have to check and make sure. I thought I messaged him. Oh, I went to pull out my phone to check on Instagram and realize that my phone's actually recording me right now. I will check and make sure, but I'm pretty sure I sent him a message too. So yeah, I think so. As of yet, I have not heard back. But again, like I said, I might not have actually sent the message yet, so I'll actually check after I get off stream here and make sure that I got in touch with him. But yeah, I would love to work with him. That would be really cool. No, we've been doing tons of videos actually. Yeah, I've been actually traveling quite a bit this year. Like I said, I went down to Alabama, did a lot of content down there with Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration, and then I've been back up here, kind of traveling around the Midwest and filming, and yeah, we've had quite a lot of good content coming out this year. But with the new changes on YouTube, if you don't actually go to like the main page of the channel, or depending on how you look at new videos, how you're getting notified of new videos, it may or may not pop up depending on your recent watch history. So it's hard to tell. But yeah, check them out. I hope you like them. Yeah, I'll be sure to update everybody if I do a collaboration with Exploration Unknown. Yeah, that might be a possibility this year. I am gonna be making, I think, down towards his area pretty soon. So, it might be something that happens here, this year, maybe even. I would like to try, but I can't obviously make any promises. But just depending on our schedules, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Kool-Aid was actually on one of the recent streams. Which is kind of funny because I'm almost certain Kool-Aid asked where you were. So yeah, I don't know. But you never know. She might pop in here. But it's probably still early over there. I'm not even sure what time it'd be, like noon. But Let's see. Oh yeah. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've really been working hard on the recent photos on Instagram. Put a lot of time into doing those, and I thought they turned out really cool. And I was pretty happy to see that everybody seemed to enjoy them on there. And yeah, was gonna go out again and do some more. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. I was going to go out today and do some more photography and do a little bit of hiking around, and uh, decided to sort of make sure everything was perfect here. And I wanted to make sure that nothing happened, that I didn't miss the stream by being out on the road and filming and doing photography. So I wanted to make sure that, like I said, that this happened. So I didn't want to screw it up any way possible. So I pretty much have just been hanging around here today and doing whatever I can to make everything perfect. And yeah, so that's pretty much where I am. But I probably will I probably will head out on the road again tomorrow and film some more episodes and do some more Instagram work in the form of photography in some place. I don't know exactly where yet. I've been trying to locate some sort of new nature center or trails or a park or something. I can't really. I've been having a little bit of a hard time finding locations that I haven't been to yet around here, and so that's what I've been trying to look for. But I think I have something narrowed down, so be looking here in the next few days for some more cool Instagram shots. So, and hopefully some more of the selective color type shots. I'm kind of getting into doing that more again. I will let her know, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, there have been some very interesting late night conversations on the live streams for sure. Yeah, for sure. Send me a DM over on Instagram. Or, as always, anybody that has any information on locations or anything like that, you can always email me too. I do have an official 539 Productions email, which is just 539productions at gmail.com currently. I probably will be getting a official website here pretty soon. So with that, I may end up doing some sort of email via the domain that I get. So I might get a new email address at some point, but it will probably end up forwarding all to the same place. So either way, that email will also be available. Thank you, Jen. But yeah, let me know. Always looking for new things to film, new places to go, and yeah. Thank you so much, Laura. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where this year takes us. I think it's going to be a really cool year of travel. Hey there, Aaron. Just hanging out today, getting some stuff together for the command center and cleaning up a bit from the recent upgrades that I've been doing. But yeah, doing okay. Good to see you here on the stream. Hey there, Kate. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Hold on. I gotta. Oh, you know what? I need to do several things. Hold on here. I gotta get out of night mode. Because whenever I'm in night mode, it doesn't light my face up very well. which means I should get professional lighting, but you know, when you can use your screen or both of your screens as a light, it works out and you save money. But now I need to actually zoom in on the chat. There we go. Okay, nope. One more thing. I need to see myself. Okay. There we go. Am I planning to go back to Cali? Yeah. I should be going back to California and Nevada later on this year sometime. I'm not sure exactly when yet. I might go out that way towards the new year. So, you never know. I might go out that way twice. I'm not really sure. A new puppy. That's awesome. I have no idea what a blue heeler is, but that sounds really cool. It's a very cool name. All right. Hold on. I'm going to pop off screen here for a second. I've got all my keys and stuff in my pocket, and I can't stop myself from playing with my keys, and it's annoying the ever-living crap out of me. Also, I had to grab something to drink. I got these really cool cups yesterday so that while I'm on stream, I can drink stuff and not show the actual labels, so I don't have to worry about getting any type of flags from showing copyrighted or trademarked content. So, yeah. So that especially matters now that we've crossed the 1,000 mark. Things change a lot for channels once you cross 1,000. And up till this point, we haven't had to worry so much, even though I have tried pretty hard. Wow, that actually held the entire energy drink. I was not expecting this. The cup doesn't really look that big. So, yeah, now that the channel has crossed 1,000, in a sense, at least for this channel, the rules are changing a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much do zero carb or diet everything anymore. No, I did not get flagged. But the rules are just a little bit more strict now and a lot more strictly enforced. So just have to change with the environment, and so that's what's happening basically. But no problems. Savannah Urbex, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Definitely going to be doing a lot more on this channel now that we've crossed the 1,000 mark. Again, I kind of wanted to start up things here again anyway. I know a lot of people enjoyed the streams. A lot of people enjoyed hanging out. And some people obviously get to ask questions about different things from the episodes that you see over on 539. So again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever about the episodes that haven't been answered yet, make sure to let me know. And sorry, I was trying to think for a moment on the last episode. Now that I have been talking about episodes, I was trying to remember if I did everything correctly on the last episode. And I remember that I haven't responded to a lot of questions in a long time either. So my apologies if I haven't gotten back to your comments over on the 539 Productions channel. With taking a break and everything from social media and sort of just going down to the bare minimum of checking in a few times on Twitter and doing some Instagram here and there. And obviously the content really hasn't dropped at all because I had scheduled a lot of episodes while I took a little bit of a break. But I also have skimped on responding to comments. So if I haven't gotten back to you in a long time, I do apologize. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing some late night streams again, for sure. I just had a lot of people feel left out, and so I wanted to start doing more daytime streams and not so late streams. I know it's not exactly daytime right now, but it's also not incredibly late, so I wanted to do it at a time where more people could be included, and then basically do late night streams as sort of a bonus. Hey there, Drew. Welcome. Good to have you. Would love to make it out to Pennsylvania sometime to do some exploring. Yeah, everything's good. Basically, yeah, I just hadn't taken more than a couple day break since I started the channel. And so I found that when I was just taking a break for a few days, I was just kind of giving myself a small little buffer zone and then sort of bouncing off the wall again. It just was becoming overwhelming. And it's a lot like falling down the YouTube rabbit hole on watching videos. It's the same thing, and really even to a bigger degree when you're releasing videos. You just find that you want to do one more tweet, one more Instagram, one more video. You want to put a little bit more time in doing this. You want to redesign this channel's artwork, and it's just one thing after the next, and it's like a daily thing. And the more and more you do it, and the more it becomes an actual job, it is like it's ever present in your mind because you don't go to work, you're just at work. And it's sort of been like that for a while with me anyway. Having the type of job that I have, and being in photography, and being in really even in information technology. I was basically doing that, even traveling. And so yeah, it just came to the point where I needed a bigger break. So I just scheduled a few episodes and took a few weeks off and relaxed, and pretty much just did nothing except for work on the command center, redecorate, paint, and yeah. So just kind of getting over that break now. And we've actually been kind of up and running here for the last week or so, but haven't really done anything too heavy. So, but in terms of everything on the channels, everything's going pretty well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know YouTube did recently change how notifications work. So they have two different levels of notifications now. So I can't remember exactly when they implemented that, but if you haven't seen that, then you might want to go to the notifications and then click all notifications, because it might have defaulted you to some notifications. And if that goes on for a while and you haven't seen the new videos and haven't watched them, then it will stop sending notifications pretty much altogether. It for a lot of people, it just picks and chooses what it thinks you might like at the time. Sorry, Jade. Hopefully that changes. Yeah, let me. As far as I know. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my video is working okay here, so yeah, it must be somewhere along the tubes. um yeah, I would love to do New Orleans. I know a lot of the cemeteries down there now are pretty exclusive access. So I know it would be kind of hard. I think we might have had this conversation at one point, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. But yeah, I'm going to try for sure. I'm the only one you get notifications from. Um, I'm trying to figure out if am I the only one you have notifications turned on for, or is that a problem? If so, I would definitely contact YouTube and tell them you're having issues. When you click the bell, Jen, does it say all notifications? Just making sure. I mean, either way, it's fine. But that's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, like I said, I would contact YouTube because according to them, they had fixed most of my notification issues. So that should have been taken care of a while ago. So if you're still not receiving them and it says all notifications, I would definitely click that little help link at the bottom. I think that user I'm trying to think. If you see it, it's there. If not, then it's something for creator accounts, and I apologize. Oh, that's strange, man. I don't know. Yeah, I might. You might want to contact YouTube about that one. Yeah. Yeah. Again, Louisiana in general, I would love to make it down and explore that area. That's another state that I have not checked off the list yet, even for my personal travels, and so, yeah, definitely gonna be a place that I get to. Hopefully, maybe this year. Um, I thought about heading there after Alabama, but since I had so much already filmed, I decided just to head back and get editing. Which now, seeing how much editing I had and how much work I ended up doing, I'm glad that I did that. So, it was unfortunate, but yeah, maybe next time. I really don't know much about the situation, Savannah, so I'll hold those comments for them. But I definitely wish them the best. But yeah, I don't really know. That was a weird noise. But anyway, yeah, I'm not really familiar with all the details, so I'm not in the loop on things like that, and yeah, so I would probably not be able to give a good comment on that. So. Oh, so it's like bouncing back and forth for you, Jen. That's weird. You could try turning them off altogether, but again, it could turn into a situation like Aaron's there. So I don't really know. That's strange. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to see, people who work hard on their channels get affected by, bad situations like that. But, um, yeah, I don't know what the answer is, but, um, it's a hard situation. Uh, I hope that there's some sort of middle ground that can come to all of us, uh, to make things easier on everyone. You know, I think that's the appropriate way to go forward from here for everybody. Uh, not just them, but for the community in general. And yeah, I mean, like I said, that's about all I can say on it. Other than that, I don't know many details, but um, I never like to see people in bad situations, and it it sucks. The most memorable, probably not any one video, but definitely the videos where I work with other people. I would say have been my most memorable. So the California videos, the Nevada videos, the Idaho videos. There must be wind because there is no one else here, and this whole place is like creaking right now. I have no idea what's going on. Um. So yeah. That's the best way I could answer that. Other than that, I'm just not one of those person that likes anything over the other. In general, I wouldn't say I don't have favorites altogether. I definitely have locations that I like more than others, but yeah, I would say the desert videos I really love. I love being out in the desert. I think it's cool. It's a different environment. It's different, obviously, completely from what I live in, and so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably the farther away I am from home, and the more and as different as it can look. That's my favorite situation to be, no matter what it is. So. Not haunted. Yeah, I realized how crazy that was as soon as I started talking about the ghost hunters. I start hearing things. Uh, but no, I don't think it's paranormal. I think the wind suddenly picked up because the storms have been rolling in and out, and so I think we might be getting ready to get hit here again. So might not be a good situation. I agree, Drew. I mean, to me, there's nothing better than a little bit of adventure. I never, I always liked video games and stuff, but I never was into it really hardcore. And, um, I always was one that loved to be outside. I loved to be seeing how far I could go, seeing how many different places I could go, even as a kid, Uh, I definitely um, pushed the edges of my boundaries, Uh, when my parents would say you can't cross the street, I would find a drainage tunnel to go through with my bike so that I didn't technically cross the street, but I, but I could still get that, over there and access that area and go to those stores or, so, I've always had that sort of ingrained in my spirit. And, I figure it's a great way to share it with the world is, to have a channel like 539 Productions. And, I feel like if you really want to be serious about something like YouTube and do it as a career for a living and have a channel that's, constantly growing, and I feel like you got to do something that you really, truly love and not just, be a YouTuber to be a YouTuber. Yeah, that would be a big move from Pennsylvania to Arizona. Yeah, I heard a lot of people actually like it a lot better, being a environment with a lot less humidity. Raining in Austin. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not raining here. It's been calling for rain um, pretty much all day. Well, it was at least the last time I looked, and now it's been, well, I mean, it's 9 o'clock and it has not rained yet. So yeah, uh, again, I just don't really trust the forecast anymore. They're never really accurate. But yeah, it's not easy for exploring, and this area is bad for flooding too. So pretty much everything is underwater, and right now it's especially bad. There's flooding all over the Midwest. That was very nice of you, Debbie. Yeah, I've only I think I've found a handful, only 3 I think total now. But I haven't been to too many graveyards out east. Uh, Now I've been to stuff before outside of YouTube. I've been out to Arlington, and I've been to different historical locations for the Civil War as well. And so some of the things I've just never filmed. Sort of like I went to Gettysburg. I would have loved to have filmed that, but that was way, way before I started YouTube. But obviously, that is a Civil War location and a lot more recent, if you can call the middle of the 1800s recent. Yeah, I don't really do too well in the humidity. Although I've never really been to Florida during the hotter times of the year. Yeah, I hope it doesn't rain till Thursday. I need to get some filming done. I enjoy the hot weather. I don't like the humidity so much, but I do enjoy the warm weather. I'm a big fan of the summer months. This is just Monster Energy drink. But I got a couple of these cool, neat, copper looking at least. I don't know exactly what they're made of. The inside is not copper, so it's clearly just a very, very thin coating at best, if it's even real. But it looks pretty cool. and I figured it would save me from getting any trademark or copyright claims here in the future. So everything from now on that is consumed on the channel will be devoid of labels, and I probably shouldn't even be wearing my hoodie right now, but it is what it is. The clothing is not as terrible as the rest of it, so. Yeah, there's probably not many family members that still visit the older generations. It's pretty unusual. 100 plus, yeah. We don't usually get that type of weather around here. But occasionally it does go over the 100 mark. Yeah, it's a wine glass essentially. No, I didn't get any type of copyright or strike or anything like that. I'm just being careful, trying to be preemptive here. I don't want to be reactionary where I get, a strike before I decide to do anything. I'm just going to take a very proactive stance on it and do it before I get any problems. Yeah, that'd be a whole different type of strike, Jen. Yeah, I don't understand it either, but it's sort of like it's always been a weird thing. Some companies don't care, and some companies really do, and sometimes it's across the board, and um, yeah, it's just a weird environment altogether. Uh, and it's not necessarily just a YouTube thing either. Um, it's a TV thing, it's a movie thing. Certain companies will not allow you to display their trademarks without prior consent or without paying them, a fee or something like that. So, and then, some people love it. Yeah, Tennessee is very humid during the summer. I've been there in the summer quite a few times. Hey there, Melinda. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've actually got a couple different people with similar names. There's a couple different Jens. There's a couple different Jennifers. Yeah, it can get confusing sometimes. A couple different Lauras. Yeah, people are going through some weird phases. It can be a crazy place, especially, if you're in the online arena. Oh yeah, the B-52s. I love the B-52s. And that I know I've never been on a B-52 aircraft, so I wouldn't know anything about them. But yes, I do know the band. Yes, that I know of. There's only one Emmy. I don't think we have anybody else that goes by that name. I don't think I've ever muted you, Jen. It's all good, Jade. Yeah, it's it's a strange environment even to be a watcher and a commenter, anymore. But yeah, I mean, there's varying degrees based on what level, of YouTube you do, whether you watch or create. But yeah, it's a little bit trickier once you start creating. Have I ever met anybody famous? Tons of people. Before I was in YouTube, I did rock photography for a while, so I've met literally hundreds and hundreds of rock bands. So, I mean, yeah, lots and lots of famous people. Hey there, Faye. Welcome to the live stream. G rating tonight. It's all good. You can bring your PG-13. Urbex Dane. I don't have anything planned, but we know each other. We've talked. Yeah, we did talk about working together a while back, but it didn't end up working out. But I haven't heard it from him lately. Thank you, Drew. Yeah, I did show some of the photos a while back. I can't remember what stream that was or how long ago it was. But yeah, I showed some of my. I think I showed some of my corn photos, some of my candle box photos. I might have showed some of my Blackstone cherry photos. I'm trying to think what other band photos I showed. I don't know, but some of them I couldn't find. So if I find any more, well, I know where some of them are located, but I need to go through levels and levels of folders and backups and things. So if at some point I decide to plug in the old hard drive and go through the archives, I will pull out some of the old rock photos that I've done over the years and show more of those. I do have a few, very few on Instagram, but they're like way, way back. Steven Tyler would be awesome. I've never had the chance to meet Steven Tyler. Hey there, Kim. Welcome. I don't think I said hi yet. speaking names, I can't. I always. I feel like sometimes I say hi to people twice. I know I've said that comment before too. Well, in fact, I know that I've said hi to people twice. Oh yeah, I did forget that I did put a full episode up about the Blackstone Cherry. Yeah, I've met them several times. That's actually the band that I've hung out with the most. We actually got to know each other after a while. I saw them at several concerts, went to events with them, and yeah, a lot of fun to hang out with. Really good people. But yeah, I forgot completely that I did. That was actually back when I was still doing full episodes on this channel. Oh, that's very cool, Drew. So yeah, many thanks to everybody for hanging out here. I'm not quite ready to call it a night yet, but I may take a quick break here in just a little bit, as I tend to do. But we've been streaming now for just over an hour, so thanks to everybody that has come and hung out with us tonight. Yeah. More stuff. Oh yeah, I can hear wind chimes outside. It's definitely wind. Um, yeah. Again, with that whole situation, Kim, I don't know too many details. I'm not really in the loop on it. But obviously, uh, it sucks. It's a bad situation, and you know. But other than that, I don't know much about it. To make too many comments on it, but um, yeah, I always hate to see people that I know and friends of mine that uh, get into situations that aren't good, and but I have full confidence that they'll come out the other side, uh, you know, bigger and better. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it does suck. It was two picks. Oh yeah, yeah. I think I saw those. Yeah, that was. I can't remember. That's been a while since we were talking about that, but yeah, I do remember those. Thanks, Drew. I hope the ghosts aren't coming from her. That would be pretty scary. But it is definitely making some weird noises for being wind. I'll let them be the explainers for that. Anybody involved has put out videos, so I'll let them explain their own situations. But again, like I said, all I'll say at this point is, it sucks. Um, and I hate to see that they are going through it, you know. But other than that, I don't know any fine details about things. I don't know what's going on. I'm not up to date on, anything. I'm just kind of letting them deal with this whole thing. Um, the last thing that they need is somebody else whispering in their ear and needing to be updated. So I'm letting them handle this, and then, yeah. And then if they decide to talk about it the next time that I see them, then that's up to them. No worries. Yeah, I appreciate all the questions. Never, feel free to ask anything. Um, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Yeah, definitely a good question, but just not anything that I personally can comment on and be accurate. So, I got a lot of local travels that I'm going to be doing here over the next few weeks, and then I'm not 100% sure. I still have Kentucky on the list of several different, actually, several locations down there. Um, and then possibly going to Ohio. So, yeah, that's the immediate plans. And then later on, I'll be going down to southern Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky, the Appalachian area again. And I also have plans to go to Tennessee, possibly several different times. And then, yeah, who knows? I've got some loosely made plans and some possibilities for collaborations with different people that might be coming up here in the future. And maybe even some people that I've worked with in the past might be making it out my way and getting together with me again. So, where are my instruments? They are not currently on camera, but they're not too far away. They're just on the other side of the partition there, and waiting to be replaced in a different spot. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with them yet, but I didn't like the placement where they were, and it was kind of getting in the way of things, especially when I wanted to do the live streams in standing, and I wanted to get the chair in and out and not have to actually pause the stream to do it, where it looked like an Austin Powers moment of trying to get a chair around a gigantic 3-instrument, basically a 3-guitar stand. And so I took that all out and moved it, and I'm going to be hanging some of the instruments up, and other ones are going to be on display in other areas. So, good night, Laura. Thanks for joining us. Um. Oh, the no, I have not had a chance to check that out yet. I obviously I checked out the photo, but I have not been there yet. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do that sometime here. Um. Yeah, maybe in some of the upcoming local travels here, I'll be able to stop by and do that. So yeah, again, I wanted to kind of reiterate too that there will be upcoming actual full episodes here on the second channel now. I'm not sure exactly what's going to come first. I was kind of planning to do sort of like a full plant tour of all the different plants I've gotten and some of the updates with the different repottings and things that I've been doing here over the last few weeks. I know some of you follow me over on Twitter and have maybe been keeping up to date on that whole situation. Things have been changing pretty rapidly with all of that, and I've been splitting a lot of them up and getting a lot more than what really I intended from the beginning, but I've been pretty satisfied with how it's turned out, though. And yeah, it's looking really cool, but I have a lot more pots than what I had initially intended. I think I have like 20 plus total different potted plants right now. Some of them aren't even on camera anymore. I'm going to be putting some of them back on camera, and then yeah, but yeah, you can see a lot of it behind me. Some of it might be sort of visible. I got what I thought was one waffle plant, and when I went to replot it, it turned out to be 4. And whoa, excuse me. One of them ended up dying because it was malnourished and had a terrible root system because of the small pot. But yeah, that's kind of how everything turned out. Everything turned out to be like 2 or 3 in one pot, and so I turned out with about 3 times as many plants as I thought I would get. Do I go to the YouTube conventions? I have not in the past. I probably will start going here either this year or next. Yeah, I will definitely try to do that here soon, Emmy. Yeah, I'll probably kind of include that, like with the plant tour. It'll probably be basically a whole command center tour. Yeah, it's definitely possible to overwater. Yeah, um, the succulents especially, since they are cactus related, they don't like a lot of water. But yeah, watering on an appropriate schedule is definitely the key. uh, but yeah, there's some plants are easier than others, but generally most of the things that I have are fairly easy to care for, and like the philodendrons are real easy. They don't really care whether they're like, at least the ones that I have don't really care whether they're dry or wet. Some of them are a little bit more picky. No, I have not found one of the pink princess philodendrons yet. I'm still looking. The leopard thing. Oh, it's literally just hanging fabric. It's like one of the I don't know exactly what it is. I guess it's just like a fabric handkerchief is technically what it is. That's what it's sold as. Technically, it's a little tapestry, but yeah, just a piece of fabric basically. Yeah, some people like the plants, some people don't. Some people have real good luck with them. It's I don't know. I've had pretty good luck. I don't know a whole lot about plants. I've learned a lot since I've started, but um, I've always been sort of an amateur. I've grown a few things in the past and um, had varying degrees of luck. Some of them here are older, some of them are very new. The philodendrons that I have down here on the table are probably, I'd say, about 30 years old. And so those have survived for quite a while. They've been in and out of water. I grew them for several years, completely submerged in water, and part of them are actually still submerged in water directly behind me here. There's still a big section of it that's completely living only in water, and it really loves it. And I'm going to leave a big section of it that way because it just continues to grow and put off brand new leaves and doesn't seem to have an issue at all, and has grown quite a few roots. Actually, it seems to be preferring the water at this point. So I don't know if I've just accidentally created a new variety of philodendron that loves to be completely submerged. But I mean, that is the way you root them. So it is sort of normal. But a lot of people say that once they're rooted, that they like to actually dry out a lot. But these seem to not really care. So I don't know. But they are very old and they are very resilient, and I don't know. Great luck with fake plants. Yeah, they're definitely easy to care for. Oh yeah, the farm life would definitely help out for sure. Hey there, Gracie. Welcome. Actually, the one plant I can recommend for people that don't aren't plant people, if you really want something that you can have that's alive and easy to care for, is the air plants. They literally live without soil. The only care that they really need is to be misted a couple times like a week with just any water mister that you can buy from the store for like $1, and are really one of the world's easiest plants to care for, other than, again, a fake plant. So if you're looking to sort of jump into something that's easy, air plants might be the way to go, not glow. The water globes actually, depending on the plant, can be really bad for a plant. It depends on what plant it is, though. Like with like a philodendron or something, it would be fine. But some plants, it will actually cause root rot because it will overwater the root system. Because you don't realize a lot of times that you stick that down in the soil, and what you don't realize is that underneath the soil there's this line at the edge of the the spout or whatever you want to call it, and at that line is the water level, and everything below that line will be completely soaked. And so if there's any roots down there, they'll actually be just sitting in water. And so that's the only problem with those. You have to either keep it below the root line or have a plant that's extremely tolerant to having completely soaked roots. Yeah. Well, depending on your area, those are growable as well now. A new business. I have not started the greenhouse business yet. Maybe someday, though. Yeah, depending on what area you're in, a lot of the house plants during the summer can be taken outside and do just fine. I know this area is like that. Um, all the succulents, pretty much, the aloe plants are fine. The philodendrons can grow outdoors during the summer. Yeah, I don't know about some of the more tropical varieties of things, but some of them are resilient, some of them aren't. It just depends. Yeah, you might want to get that checked out, Aaron. I don't know that smoking plastic will do the body good. I have not gotten any peace lilies yet. I've seen a few, but yeah, I haven't done it yet. A lot of the plants I have actually flower, but don't have flowers on them currently. Some of the succulents do. The aloe plant has flowers. My lipstick plant, which isn't currently on camera right now, it flowers, but it isn't currently flowering. It actually has carnivorous flowers that eat bugs, much like the Venus flytraps that I have here. And yeah, so yeah, nothing in here has flowers, but a lot of them can grow them. But I might get one of the daylilies at some point. Oh. Yeah, they are really great for air purifiers. And you can really tell too, especially with the amount that I have. Like, um, even like if I have like food, while I'm like editing or whatever, and I have like food next to me, um, like smells and everything disappear far more quickly. It's like it's almost like you have an air purifier like right next to you. It's crazy. It works really well. Oh, somebody taking off. You have a good night, Kim. Thanks for joining us. I do not have any pets. Not currently. I've had pets in the past, but not in a while. But I mean, I've pretty much had the whole range. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I've had cats, dogs, birds, fish, lizards, but yeah, I really haven't had the desire recently to take on that type of responsibility. Yeah, philodendron. Oh, water for 7 months. Yeah, some of them seem to do real well. Especially the new cuttings. Obviously, they're um, gonna do better in water. Some people actually, I know with some varieties of philodendrons, you can clip them and then immediately plant them. But um, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat while I'm talking at the same time. Oh, I was yeah, okay. I got my plants are my pets. Yeah, yeah. In a lot of ways, I mean, with so many and so many different varieties, it does take some time to go through and care for them all and make sure that they're all getting the right amount of water at the right time and that they're getting the right light. And yeah, I mean, it is some work. Me drinking. Yeah, I definitely don't have that real bouncing off the wall personality, but yeah, I like to drink them every once in a while. It's just sort of just an extra boost to keep me going. But yeah, it doesn't really give me like a jittery personality or anything like that. So yeah, dogs are a lot of responsibility. I don't think many people realize, it takes more than just feeding and letting them out. They need constant exercise to be healthy and happy, and you know, it's a huge responsibility for sure. Yeah, I can only imagine cattle being a even bigger responsibility, especially when you have a lot. Hi, Savannah. Hey there, Ellen. Welcome, guys. Good to have you. An ex-fighter. Oh my. Well, that's good that you rescued it. Yeah, the labs do love to run. I had a friend that had a black lab, and they liked nothing more than to run for hours and hours and hours. I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, they're all descended from wolves, and I mean, I don't think anybody's ever seen a wolf that's not like, well, I mean, how many of us have really seen wolves in the wild? But obviously, any of us that have seen any nature programs or had the chance to see them in the wild, possibly know that they're animals that love to run, they hunt, they're active, and so the thought that being cooped up, would be good for them is a joke. But obviously, to a certain degree, it's not to say that having a dog in a kennel for any period of time is necessarily bad, because they are animals that live in dens, and so they are used to tight spaces like that. So it's not necessarily bad, but timing is everything, as they say. But yeah, um, yeah, it just takes it's just vigilance. Some people can do it, some people don't. It's just personal personal choice, preference, and ability, I guess. This is the command center. Yeah, this is where all the magic occurs, as they say. All the editing, all the live streams. Not all the live streams. I do the live streams occasionally from different locations and on the road and things like that. So, yeah, this is the 539 Productions center for all operations, pretty much. From research to editing, photo editing, anything that you guys see happens from right here. No worries, Jen. We'll see you in a minute. Blue Nose Pit. That's awesome. I like those. Am I planning on podcasting? I mean, in the sense that I'm going to be doing more of these streams like this more often from here on out. But in terms of releasing like audio only versions, maybe in the future, but not at the moment. It'll just be in the form of these live streams. But I do like the idea of podcasting and maybe releasing some of it as audio only as well. But I don't have anything set up currently. So we'll see what happens. Oh, that's cool. Rescue German Shepherd. Yeah, it would be an interesting combo with the Yorkie being so much smaller. I can imagine them tiring out sooner. But it's kind of cool, though. I like the dynamic. Horses, chickens, dogs, and cats. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it'd be interesting to be in a situation where I could have more animals, but it's not really my thing. I like them. I do like animals a lot. I love animals. I love being around them. I love dogs. But yeah, it's just being a caretaker, not really my thing. Maybe in the future, though. Not opposed to it. And again, I have done it in the past. How many cameras do I own? Oh, a lot. I don't know, like 10. Like I have a couple GoPros. I have the G7X. I have the brand new the Canon M50 that I just got. I have a bunch of old film cameras. Yeah, tons. I don't even know. I haven't really counted, or at least not recently. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll have to do like a full camera tour. I can't remember if I released or not, but I had filmed one back in the day. It would have been on this channel. Like I remember filming it, but I can't remember if I ever finished it. What's the best starter camera? It depends on your price range, but I mean, some of the GoPros are good if you're looking for like a rugged camera that you can do video. A lot of the mirrorless cameras, like the which are basically your standard point and shoot as a mirrorless, so that you know what I'm talking about if you're not familiar. But like some of the G7, like the G7X was one of the first upgraded cameras I got. The Mark Ones are really good and aren't too expensive right now, but there's some lower models that are pretty good as well. I know there's a few Sonys that are really in like the 200 or 300 range that are amazing cameras, but I've never really used the Sony models. I've always been a Canon person myself, but I mean even these days the smartphones are great starters. You know, a lot of them have awesome cameras. So, you know, iPhone camera is a really good one to start with, and including this very broadcast is being broadcast through an iPhone right now, and looks pretty cool. It looks pretty good. I mean, and yeah, I mean, so if you have nothing else other than just your smartphone, you know, pull that out and use that. I mean, it's definitely a good one. Excuse me. Sorry about that, Debbie. Hope I'm not buffering for everybody. Thanks for joining us, Drew. You have a good night. So yeah, I hope that helps. Yeah, there's lots of great options out there for people who are looking to pick up and start either, whether you're looking to do a YouTube channel or just looking to take a few photos and looking to sort of hone your photography skills. Then yeah, there's a lot of great options out there right now. But yeah, I mean, I think really, I mean, if you have the option, the best thing to do is to start out like with a smartphone and just work on technique. Work on framing, work on you know capturing stuff in interesting light and interesting times of day and things like that. And that really is a way to hone your skills and to increase your knowledge. Unbox Warehouse, hey, welcome. Good to have you in the live stream. Thanks for joining us tonight. A favorite cemetery that I've visited? Probably the recent location that I went to in Indianapolis is one of my favorites. But also some of the family stuff that I did down in Kentucky was pretty interesting and obviously had a personal connection. Night, Gracie. Thanks again for coming and hanging out. Welcome back, Jen. Thanks for coming. Wow, apparently I can't talk. Thanks for coming back. We recently passed the 1,000 mark here on the second channel. So just taking a moment to celebrate and thank everybody. And just to come and hang out in general. It's been a little while since I've done a live stream. Again, I've been working hard in between time to upgrade everything and get everything ready to sort of take off again here on the second channel. So I put off the live streams for a little bit, even though I kind of wanted to do a lot more in between time, but it was well worth it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Trish. Yeah, it's been a crazy journey, especially here on the second channel. We sort of got everything up and running a while ago and then had to put it on hiatus. And so now we're back and in full swing, and it was great timing for everything. And so, yeah, I've been really happy with the progress and happy that so many people have been finding their way over to the second channel and subscribing, and it's been pretty cool. Thank you, Ellen. Do I have a real job? Well, I would argue that social media is very much a real job, but I am also a professional photographer, as well as information technology consultant. So I do hold several different titles other than working in social media. But it is definitely a part of my career now. No, this is pretty much it. I've come over here to hang out with all of you guys. I wanted to spend the time with you guys, and you guys are the ones that made it possible. You're the ones that made it happen. You're the ones that hit the subscribe button, and so I figured there's nobody better to celebrate with than everybody here. So, yeah. But yeah, I might do, depending on how things go here over the next few days, I might do like some sort of special celebration only stream if I can find something special to do that would be interesting on stream. Oh yeah, yeah. That was also partially my family's cemetery. A few of my family were buried there. Jade, yeah, and yeah, those were members of the Hatfield family actually, related to the famous Hatfields from the Hatfield and McCoy feud. Uh, some years down the line. Am I monetized over here? Not as of yet. Oh, thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. I do have Patreon for those interested, but yeah, it's something that if you want to contribute towards the journey, you can. But I never, um, it's never going to be a requirement to pay for anything that I put out. But at the same time, if you want to take that next step and support the journey via Patreon, I do put people's names in the credits of the videos, as some of you have seen, and there are other benefits and different levels of support. I'm thinking about actually updating that here pretty soon because I'd like to add some sort of ongoing benefits as well, other than just that credit. Michael Scott, hey, welcome. Good to have you here, man. So, yeah, Michael Scott, also a creator here on YouTube. Make sure you guys check out his channel as well. He recently just got together with my friend Xavier from the Cryptid Hunter channel. So they did a few explores together. So make sure you guys check those out. Thanks for joining us, Michael. Appreciate that. Am I related to the Hatfields? No, no, no. My family knew the Hatfields, the descendants of the Hatfields, not the actual. Well, I mean, they are the same family, but like, obviously, that feud occurred in like the late 1800s, early 1900s, and so those were definitely descendants. But yeah, they some of the members of the Hatfields were family friends, though. I never met any Hatfields myself, but my dad had, and my grandma and various members of my family that lived in that area back then did have an ongoing relationship with the Hatfields, and so yeah. But yeah, no real actual relation that I know of. No problem. Off to next to film. I've got a bunch of local stuff that I'm doing right now, and then I'm probably going to head to probably Ohio. I'm guessing is most likely where I'll end up next. But I'm hoping to plan some bigger travels here soon. But yeah, I don't really know. I'm sort of just flying with the wind right now. Just whatever way the breeze takes me. But it's been a pain with the weather up here. It's just been rainy one day, snowing the next day. Like, it's been crazy. So yeah, that's where we are with the travels. But yeah, Ohio probably. I have a specific place I have in mind. A few other people have done it in the past, but it has a pretty famous grave at it. So I might end up in Cleveland. There's a cool place in Cleveland that I want to go, and I can't remember what the other one was. I think Dayton. Hold on. Oh, see, this is the only problem with this setup. My mouse is so far away. not sure why it's flagging comments now. It's flagging comments that are not in any way offensive again. We had this problem in the past. We have luckily not. Well, actually, no. I take that back. We did have snow just like last week. It snowed at night, but then it melted by the next day. Big Steve Entertainment, welcome. Good to have you here, bro. Another one of my friends, Steve, that I did some videos with out in California. So again, make sure you check out Steve's channel too if you have not checked out Steve. Yeah, we went out and checked out some really cool graveyards in the Hayward, California area, which is right around the bay. And so, yeah, those videos actually did really well. Got a lot of views, and everybody seemed to enjoy them. It was a really cool location. Had a lot of damage, unfortunately, but yeah. And of course, Big Steve narrated brilliantly with some very flawless history about the area, and everybody has really, really enjoyed all those little details that he gave about the place. So make sure you check out those videos and, again, his channel too. But, yeah. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. We're having like a all-star night here over on the live stream. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks to everybody. But yeah, make sure to check out both Michael and Steve's channel. Yeah, and definitely thanks in part to you, Steve. Yeah, I definitely don't think the videos would have done half as well without the just amazing level of history that you just somehow spew out of you nonstop. I don't know how you even remember it all. Hey, yeah, always glad to see some of you guys heading over to those channels and hitting that subscribe button. Again, yeah, love supporting my friends. It's a community effort here. We're working together as a team and growing together, and it's really cool to see everybody. YouTube is messing with me hardcore tonight. All right, but anyway, yeah, it's a fun community, you know, and I feel like I've created a lot of made a lot of really cool friends, both online and offline. And some of you I've met, some of you I haven't. Some of you I'm hoping to meet here in the future. I would love to meet up with Michael one of these days and do a collaboration with him. And I've had just the most amazing time with everybody that I've met so far. And so, yeah, looking forward to getting back together with each and every person out there that I've worked with so far. So, yeah, and might be back out in California later on this year. And so maybe we'll get together with a few new people and maybe get together again with Steve here and go around the Bay Area. I know Michael's out that direction too, so maybe we'll do like a big collaboration between a bunch of different channels out there. I would love to get some different people together. I know we were talking. Actually, I was talking with Xavier not too long ago about meeting up with him and going out the California way. So maybe we could do like a big meetup with like me and Michael and Steve and Xavier and like do a big crazy trip around that area sometime. So I think that'd be a lot of fun because I definitely did not see enough while I was out west, and I am definitely hooked, and I'm going to be heading that way and spending a lot more time. It's definitely going to be an area that I'm going to frequent. So yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome, Michael. And yeah. Going to Pete. Yeah, definitely, Steve. Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Yeah. So I'll be definitely in touch and reaching out here when I know when I'm going to be back out that way. But again, as I've said on different streams, probably not tonight, but always open for anybody that wants to reach out. And if you're ever going to be in my area and you want to get together, let me know. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's one of the things too, Michael. Yeah, I felt like I got a lot of Northern California in, and I really didn't get to see a whole lot of Southern California. I spent the night really not in Southern California. I mean, it was, but it was more towards the Nevada border. I think I stayed in Bakersfield, and so yeah, I didn't get to explore around down there a lot, and I really wished that I would have got more into like the Southern California area and spent a few days there. And so yeah, definitely for sure, I'm down. Next time I'm out that way, I'll be hitting you up. Oh yes, I do remember that, Steve. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a real good times the next time that I'm out that way. Uh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. For sure, one of my favorite areas of the country. Um, and one of the craziest trips that I've ever taken. Spending, I mean, three weeks out on the road, traveling. I think total over 5,000 miles round trip. It was a really cool experience, and so I'm really itching to get back on the road again and do something like that again. Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen some really great videos from Queen Mary, and um, that would be a lot of fun. Actually, I saw wasn't it? I think Michael didn't you went there recently and did a video, and I also watched Xavier's episode that he did there not too long ago. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I knew I had seen that video. I knew I wasn't crazy. Um. Yeah. So that would be a fun one to do sometime too. I would love to check that out. The secret areas. Well, shoot. I know at least me and two other YouTubers that would love to go see the secret area. So, so maybe we can have a big Queen Mary YouTube party. We'll do like everybody's channel with a simultaneous live stream. You thought ENT meant ear, nose. Well, that would make sense. Yeah, ear, nose, and throat specialist. Yeah, I think I've had to go to a ear, nose, and throat specialist or something at some point in my life. Oh yeah, Debbie, it'll happen for sure. We'll all be getting together here pretty soon. Definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Appreciate you all showing up, and many thanks to my friends out there that came and showed up tonight. Oh man, we're almost ready to pass the 2 hour mark on this live stream. Also, note in the future here on the second channel, a lot of these live streams may be disappearing within a few days, maybe sooner. Just depends on the exact stream and how long it is. It can be just a wreck on numbers and stuff, so I may remove some of the especially longer live streams that I do. Yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, it shouldn't be really affecting the channel in any way as we move forward. But just wanted to let everybody know about that in advance. So if you see it happen, yeah, that's why. But in terms of regular episodes, though, those will remain up for eternity or however long YouTube allows them to remain posted online. So those will not change at all when they do begin again. But in terms of the live streams, they may be temporary from here on out. Excuse me. Oh, see you later, Ellen. You have a great night. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Jade, it's just algorithm stuff, basically. So. You need to do a EVP session with Queen Mary? That'd be fun. Oh, I thought my audio just... It looked for a moment like my entire audio board just died. Yeah, maybe we can set something up next time that I'm out there. That'd be kind of fun. Like I said, I know maybe Michael and Xavier would want to join in, and we could do a bunch of different places. But yeah, EVP would be cool. But I'll be using somebody else's equipment because I do not have any ghost hunting tools. Yeah, yeah, there are some crazy, crazy trolls out there, but yeah, it's one of those things. It's like somebody's probably jealous about something if they're trolling you for anything. The swimming pool has crazy hits. Have I missed a video? Apparently, I have no more energy drink. There's that. So maybe it is about time to take a break here. I don't know. Not in Ohio, but close. I'm Indiana, but it's only about 20 minutes away. Not the reformatory, but Ohio. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be a fun one. I've heard that's a really crazy place. But yeah, I don't know how far away. I think it's a couple hours away, maybe at the most, something like that. I want to say. I think I used to have it. I might still have it mapped out on my. I think I had located it one time and figured out how long it would take me to get there. But yeah, I don't think I'm too far away from that. Yeah, that's definitely on the list. I think there's a few locations here that I think you'd really like too. Um, some of them aren't as YouTube friendly though, unfortunately. I know Waverly Hills is really awesome, and it's not too far away, but I know they charge an entrance fee, and it's huge, and then they like restrict like filming like greatly, even though they like literally advertise. I think they, at least they used to, on their website, like that you could come and like pay to have like your own private investigation. But I know a few people went there and ended up having some real issues. But I would love to go there sometime if they weren't still doing that. But I'm not sure of the status of that. But there's a couple locations in northern Indiana that would be kind of fun. That are like old military stuff that might be interesting for some investigations. Had some seedy history to them. Um, yeah, and then not too far from me is some really cool Chicago locations too that I think you'd really like. There's actually one of the most famous ghost pictures in existence. Was taken on infrared film in the Chicago area, like I think almost 100 years ago now. And I've been wanting to go to that graveyard for a while, and I think you'd really like that. That'd be right up your alley as well. Um, yeah, I've gone to a few cool haunted locations around this area, and definitely would love to take you to some of those too. But yeah, the reformatory would be cool. There's lots of cool locations in Ohio. Um, there's another prison that's abandoned there too. I can't remember the name of it though. I was trying to remember what it was called. Yeah, and the crazy thing is, Omar from Omar Gosh went there, and they pretty much, when he got there, told him, "Yeah, you can film, but you can only use the film for personal use only. You can't put it on YouTube." And like, I think he ended up by the end of it, they ended up allowing it, but like he had to like negotiate with them for like hours. So it was like a pain. Like they'll try whatever they can do to not let you use what you get while you were there. At least that's what I've been told. I'm not trying to like throw shade at anybody, uh, but I've been told that it's very hard to get them to um, allow any type of YouTube videos. But I mean, it has happened. Obviously, there's videos. Well, I think I've seen more videos than, I don't even know if I've seen Omar's video of it. So I don't know. I'd have to look and see. Um, well, I guess I have YouTube right here. uh, so yeah, it looks like a few people have released. So okay, so the fam went there and released one. Okay, there's Omar's. So it looks like, yeah, it's definitely possible, just possibly difficult and expensive. Yeah, we need to get Steve into a a new van one of these days somehow. We need to create Steve a camper. so we can take the Big Steve Entertainment show on the road. But yeah, Steve's one of the few people, I think actually the only one that actually rode in my car. The rest of the time, I either met people or rode with them. Matthew Fox, welcome. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well also. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Yeah, everything's working well on the car. Everything's cool for the moment. But might need to be doing some mild work to it here soon. I do have a slight issue developing with a bit of a squeaky suspension piece somewhere. It's not developed into a larger issue, but I want to definitely get on top of it before it does. Aaron does custom automobiles. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's been a little bit of time since the last live stream that we did. Been doing a lot of work in the background. So, yeah. Little minor changes here and there. Some of them are noticeable, some of them aren't. I've done some minor lighting changes and all kinds of different things, and just been taking a rest in general from social media, so that's part of it too. But overall, just been working to get everything on the back end and on the second channel ready for the rollout of the new episodes and more live streams more often. So it's kind of been a temporary pause in an effort to make more content later. So yeah. A party boat and what? Yeah, absolutely. I'm down. Thank you. Yeah, I've been working a lot on the lighting. Specifically, I've added a few new colored lights, a few new regular lights to sort of brighten things up a bit, and to bring some of the different details into focus or into better lighting. The plants weren't really lit up too well. The flag, you couldn't really see the silver and the gold very well, and so I wanted to do something to help out with that. And yeah, it's been coming along quite well. You still do know how to party, though, Steve. I know you. Who knew? Welcome. Good to have you here. We can find Kool-Aid in Hawaii. There we go. It's all good. Everybody would be welcome. We'll have Dr. Peppers for Steve. But yeah, maybe we'll have a 539 cruise. That would be fun. I heard that the other day that Weezer cruises were a thing back in the day. I don't know if they still exist, but apparently Weezer used to throw cruises, and you could pay to like go on a cruise with Weezer, which is insane if that's true. But I guess it would be a kind of a cool thing. That's yeah, 3 hours is about normal usually. I think we're at 2 hours and 13 minutes right now. So I think again, I think the longest that I've ever done is 10 hours. And we went from like 11 at night till, well, I mean 10 hours. So yeah, but can't remember what time we ended up stopping that stream. For sure, Michael. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you coming by. Again, everybody, make sure you check out Michael Scott's channel for some great content. And just recently did a few episodes with a buddy of mine that I worked with recently, Xavier, from the Cryptid Hunter channel. So make sure to check out all of his content over there. And yeah, you have a good night, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna zoom a little bit more. Sorry, guys. I'm like, this is kind of awkward. I need to fix this setup still a little bit. Okay, there we go. My first live stream was 6 hours. I forgot about that. I appreciate that, Matthew. Yeah, everything's cool. Just wanted to work hard to make everything perfect for when we pass the 1,000 subscriber mark. Definitely support the big Steve, for sure. Yeah, man. Thank you. You gotta make it out this way one of these days, and we'll do the stream together right from the command center. Yeah, I love the colored lights. That's my vice, in a way, I guess. Which I don't know. I don't know where I put my tablet. I can control them all now. Well, most of them. Well, I guess I can't say most now since I've installed all the new lights. No, I had turned it off. I didn't realize. Well, I was going to change the lights, but apparently my tablet was completely off. So that'll have to wait. But yeah. I'm enjoying it anyway. I'm glad that you guys think it looks good. Okay, yeah, I can never have created a scene like this where it was just plain white light. I've never been a fan. I've always liked dramatic lighting, and I've always liked the colored lighting. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, never mind. Sorry. Almost went off on a tangent there. Um, I need a blue light. I actually do. You can't really see it. I actually do have a blue light on. There's a really, really bright blue LED lamp right over to my right here. It just doesn't really shine as bright now that I have the big decorative bulb in the background there, so it's not as visible. But, I mean, really any of them can be blue lights, though. The flag is mostly done. It's still partially in progress. I haven't finished the bottom section completely. The top section is mostly finished. Thank you, Jade. Night, Emmy. Thanks for joining us. Oh. Yeah, appreciate everybody coming by and hanging out tonight. Celebrating with me. Again, I will try and do like an official like celebration video if I can figure out something special to do. I had a few ideas, but some of it kind of fell through, so kind of just up in the air right now, sort of waiting to see if a few things pan out. But in the next few days, I might try and do some sort of celebratory stream other than just this quick stream here. Well, not really a quick stream, but just sort of a not really planned out or anything, I guess. Just sort of a hangout stream, you know. So I did kind of want to do something specific and special, though. So I don't really know. Thanks, Matthew. When does the super chat kick in? I will be doing a super chat here probably over the next few weeks. So sometime within the next few weeks, probably in the next week, I'll probably enable it. But I have to get a few things in order first. There's some background details that occur that have to be ironed out before you can enable super chat on a channel. But yeah, there'll be super chat. I do have super chat enabled on my other channel, but I don't really do live streams over there anymore. Although I might do some upcoming live streams at some point. Oh, are we not? There we go. My lights are not liking me tonight, apparently. I don't know what's going on. Super chat is like when you see the sticky chats. If you've ever been on a live stream where people will, you can do donations or sticky chats and things like that. It's different levels of chats basically. But yeah, some of it's specific for donations, and some of it's it's a way of getting your comment to stick at the top of the chat. It's but it's not necessarily only to make money. Some of it's just to, again, get your a message to last longer, especially if the live stream is busy and the chats are going by fast. Some people like them for, if you have a specific question you want to ask and you want to make sure that it doesn't get missed, you can do super chat. So it's, for whatever people want to use it for. But again, I'm not picky. But for those of you out there that would be interested in using in the future, I will enable it at some point here in the near future. Eating chips. Sounds pretty good, Steve. I could do some ASMR streams. So that's what you got to do, Steve. You got to start streaming right now, the ASMR potato chip stream. That stuff is big right now. It's ASMR time on YouTube. Those apparently are hugely popular. Oops. Oh, I turned on the white. I was going to make it flash through the colors. There we go. Now we're really getting psychedelic in here. We can make all the lights strobe different colors. We'll just leave it like that for a while. Yeah, I would definitely, anybody that's wanting to do the super chat thing would definitely, use that as a way to bankroll the trips. That would obviously go towards future travels and things like that. But yeah. So at some point, I will totally make that an option. I really need to fix my mouse situation, apparently. And I need to, at some point, bring this mic a little bit further out. I'm noticing I'm having some issues with placement now. Big issues, apparently. There you go, Steve. You found your calling. The ASMR king. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to say Big Steve ASMR instead of Big Steve ENT. Steve's going to start whispering into the mic. Is Bob Ross considered ASMR? I didn't even know that was looked upon like that. Kool-Aid's been around. She was on one of the recent streams not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. It hasn't been too long ago since Kool-Aid showed up. I'd make a good ASMR. Well, maybe we'll be opening up a third channel. Yeah. I have no idea. Maybe I could do the trying to think of all the different ASMR now. They have the cutting videos, and then they have there's dog ASMR now. Like they'll have dogs eat different things. Apparently hearing animals eat things is a different type of ASMR than people eating things. I don't know what the difference really is. I'm not that big into the ASMR community, but apparently that's a thing now. So, I mean, it's growing huge and in all kinds of different directions. Plant ASMR, there we go. I'll have my we'll have my Venus flytraps eat potato chips on mic. We'll call it Plant ASMR. Your mom watches dogs eat bones. I mean, I guess I could see it from an ASMR standpoint. It probably has that appeal, that weird constant sound. Yeah, I don't know. I could see how it would be well received in the ASMR community. Yeah, I have fly traps. They are not. You can't see them really well, but they are actually right here. They're these little guys hanging here. They're actually really loving it right there. Caught a few different insects randomly. I won't even know. I'll just wake up and one of them will be closed, and then I'll. Excuse me. Wow. I gotta start using that mute button. But yeah, they've done really well right here in this little globe, and have caught bugs a few different times. They seem to attract them quite well. So it's kind of an interesting little plant to have. Really enjoyed it. It's a little bit different than the other types of plants that I have here. They really don't like any sort of nutrients or any special type of soil or water. They don't like it to be fertilized at all. They get all their nutrients from the meat. They are fully carnivorous hunting plants. Well, not necessarily hunting, trapping. So, yeah, pretty cool addition to the collection, and wasn't quite sure how well they would do in the little hangar there. It's a glass terrarium, but they've done quite well. Yeah, I think that would count, Debbie. That is definitely ASMR. The popular one is dogs eating popcorn. Do I give the hamburger? I'm not sure that we're talking about the. Wait, how am I getting lost in this chat already? Are we still talking about the ASMR? I think we're getting blue in here. We're diving. Oh, I get it. For the fly trap. Oh no, but I had thought about that. I was wondering if that was a thing. I was like, wouldn't the best fertilizer for a Venus flytrap be raw meat? Because it would just attract flies like nothing. But no, I've never tried it. Oh, well, thank you, Steve. I didn't know. Steve, you're killing me, bro. No, it's all good. Oh, see, it's doing it to me again. It's flagging like every other message. Why in the world is it hating me tonight? Well, he didn't have this many issues last time on the stream. It only flagged like 1 or 2 comments. It's like flagging like 15 comments tonight, and none of them are offensive at all. In fact, it just flagged Steve for saying thank you. Like, I don't know what has gotten to the mind of YouTube tonight, but it is off the wall. Like, it is incredibly crazy. No stalking allowed. No. Yeah, that would be a bad thing. Oh, I've never heard of the eggshell thing. That's interesting. Yeah, we're going to have to spray this room down. We're going to scrub the chat room after this is done. YouTube is trolling me today, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, it's just gone nuts tonight. It's like preemptively striking. I don't even know. It's assuming what you're saying is probably offensive in some way. It must think that Big Steve is into the innuendo because it's just assuming that you probably meant it in a dirty way, no matter what you said. Because apparently you said thank you in the dirtiest way possible. So, I don't know. It's flagged. But I mean some things are flagged that are crazy too. Like it's not always like potentially offensive words. Sometimes it's like not like it just flagged Steve for saying thank you. Like I don't even know. But some things go through sometimes and some things don't go through the next time, and sometimes that works for some people and doesn't work for other people. It's hard to tell anymore. Yeah, as far as creators go, we just kind of roll with the punches anymore. If it happens, it happens. I don't know. Steve said thank you the dirty way. Yeah, I guess I didn't even think that really could actually have real connotations. Thankfully, I have not actually had to mute anybody. I don't think there's anybody here that's mutable, though. We haven't had anybody show up and chat and troll for a while. We did have some random strange trolls back in the day, though. They always were weird and always completely off topic and for no reason. Like, of all the trolls, like, it seems like I always attract the strangest. Like, they're mad at you for something you're not even doing. So, I don't know. But, you know, it's a bit strange to be a troll on YouTube to begin with. So, I mean, I don't know how to gauge any level of normalcy when it comes to that sort of thing. So, I don't know. I have never actually had any mods, but I probably need to to promote some people to mods here in the near future, just in case. Because at a certain point, it could be too much to, I miss comments as it is. So if it gets any crazier than this, at a certain point, I'm not going to be able to handle it myself. At the moment, the only mod on this channel is 539 Productions. And that was only so that I could literally mod my channel while I was logged into the other channel. So, yeah. Now accepting applications. What's your keyboard stuck in all caps? Oh. I got confused there for a minute. Steve, you need Firefox. Firefox, you can zoom. Well, there's other browsers that can zoom. Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. I'm like trying to backtrack myself, but then I realized that I was halfway correct at least. Sorry, catching up here, guys. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, yeah, I'll probably. I'm not necessarily gonna be promoting any mods right now, but yeah, in the future here, for sure. If you're out there, if you wanna jump on board and do some modding on the live streams, that would be fine. Yeah, but in terms of time frame, I mean, I don't know necessarily that we have too many issues at this point to really need it, but if it comes up here pretty soon, if it looks like we're gonna need it, basically, I'll promote a few people. But yeah, I think it's getting close to the point where we're gonna need it. Like I said, it's easy for me to miss comments as it is, so yeah, that'd be cool. I don't even know what that would be, Jen. I have no idea what that position would entail. Steve running security. Oh, well, we just threw all that out. All right. Man, we are almost to 3 hours now. 2 hours, 42 minutes of streaming. I'm going to definitely have to take a break here pretty soon. I don't know, maybe I'll stop the stream, take a little break, and then we'll restart. Felt like all my light just dropped out for a brief moment there. I think it goes through a cycle every once in a while, and it hits a low point. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. in the near future here. I need to take a quick break. Security is your job. Oh, yeah, I think I remember you saying something about that. I don't know why that came up before, but I feel like at some point we were talking about some sort of security before. But anyway, yeah. We'll get Debbie in too. I'll just mod everybody here. Yeah, I think we actually have a pretty wide range of different ages. Oh, see, this is how downhill we've come. Is I thought Steve was being dirty, and what he meant was he actually needed a smoke. What have we come to? All right, Steve, we'll see you here in a minute, bud. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it always interests me how people find the channel. A few people have found it just randomly. Well, I guess probably a lot of people have found 539 Productions randomly. Now that we're getting up there in subscriber count, I mean, obviously I don't hear from everybody, but yeah, I always find it interesting. I mean, it's a fascinating process to go through, period, you know. And the fact that anybody has found any of my videos is pretty astounding to me in general. Thank you, Faye. We'll keep you around for a little bit, Jen. Whoa. I think my microphone stand is turning into the Tin Man and needs a little bit of an oil can here. I don't know what's going on, but we are squeaking. I hope this thing doesn't collapse on me. All I need is for this big mic stand to fall into my glass desk and cause the biggest mess ever. Although it'd make a pretty interesting live stream, I guess. So maybe we should hope for that. I need YouTube therapy. If everything gets too bad, there's got to be a YouTube therapy channel out there that I can do a collab with. An episode of Today on the Couch. That's good to know, actually, Jay, that my videos are searchable, at least. That's comforting that they show up in search results. Yeah, it's neat to see the different graveyards around and cemeteries and how they change around the country and even around the world. A boom mic. Yeah. I don't know that a boom would work in here really well. I mean, this is effectively a boom, but I mean, To have like an overhead boom would be interesting, but I would need probably more ceiling height. Yeah, the thumbs up definitely help. Yeah, if you enjoy the videos or the streams and you give them a thumbs up, that does help YouTube to know what you like and to suggest stuff in the future. And the more people that hit that like button, the more the YouTube will try to suggest other or suggest to other people my videos and streams. So yeah, it does help, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Manya. Yeah, I find the cemeteries and the graveyards to be a very interesting aspect of my travel. I definitely don't consider it to be the culmination of everything. It's not everything that I want to do or intend to do on the channel, and obviously I do have a little bit of back and forth between that and historical locations, sometimes abandoned places and things like that, and I kind of do consider it to be more of an adventure travel sort of channel, but not that the content's really going to be like ever changing that much. What you see now will always be around, but we will have points where there are greater a little bit of a bigger variety of content that'll be on the 539 Productions channel. So, but we have been kind of going pretty strong on the graveyard and cemetery streak here for a little while, and I'm really kind of liking how things have been going, and it's really been an interesting experience of finding these places and just the different things that you find in a lot of these historic graveyards, and especially the older ones. And I find it to be a really incredible and interesting and a lot of times overlooked part of history, Yeah, it'd be very interesting to find a actual Civil War only graveyard. What are we talking about? Rotary engines? What? I love rotaries. Other strange things. I just got a flash of light coming through the window. I don't know what that was. It's been a weird night. YouTube's been messing with me. Been having weird noises. Now we're having flashes of light coming through the window. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to kill this stream before things get too strange. Welcome back, Big Steve. New Jersey. Yeah, it'd be an interesting one. I would love to go to Philadelphia, too. Yeah, definitely places on the list. I don't think it's a stalker. I think a car might have drove by, or I'm not sure exactly. I hope not. That would be bad. Let's hope for a UFO, because That would make the best viral stream that we've ever had. Maybe the best one that's ever occurred on the internet. So let's hope for UFO. If I can just get abducted right now through this window on live stream, my YouTube career is sealed. So if anybody out there wants to take me right now, now is the time. Oh no. Well, good to have you back, Steve. Yeah, if the extraterrestrials want to like stalk me, I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm sure that they would be the best at it. You live out in the country? Yeah, that would be a lot worse. I'm not quite in the country, but I'm not quite in the city. So, decent amount of traffic goes through the area. Nothing that was out of the ordinary, really. Yeah, if we can do a probe-free abduction, that would be the best. Yeah, definitely nothing wrong with that, Aaron, but I'm not sure that anybody is into the ET probing stuff. I don't know that that's a I don't know that that's a thing. Maybe. I mean, who knows anymore? If your thing's getting abducted by extraterrestrials, then more power to you. They'd send Debbie back. Well, that's a good security. It's good to have. You know, you have insurance against abduction. Oh yeah, South Park. Yeah, I do. I remember that episode. Trying to figure out what to even respond to at this point. I feel like the only place I can go from here is abduction. I can't I can't go anywhere from this point. Now I'm hearing sounds I might want to check on. I think I hear somebody knocking somewhere. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. I don't think it's anything, but I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Okay, all back. I don't know what in the world that was, but um, yeah. Okay. Sorry, had to catch up on the chat. But yeah, no, everything's okay. Um, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it was. It just sounded like knocking, but there was nobody at the door, nobody anywhere. So seems to be all clear, all good. I really don't think it was anything. I really don't know. I think it was just random. It might not have actually even been in the house. It might have been a knocking like noise coming from outside or fireworks or something. I have no idea. But gave me a chance to grab a drink at least. So yeah, just using it as an excuse to get out of here and get something to drink. No, but no, the likely, like I said, somebody was probably doing something outside. It's a busy area, so pour in there. It is Diet Coke, just from the bottle here. I don't know why I felt the need to. I just felt like it'd look better. I didn't want that ugly half ripped off label on the stream. I know it's probably way too picky, but I figured, yeah. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I'm getting my pimp chalice. I got a cool glass one somewhere too. I think it's being washed right now. I remember when that was the thing. I think that was a 90s thing when um in the rap scene the chalices were real big. The diamond chalices and gold chalices, like they're a real huge thing. Um I feel like they didn't really last. Like the only thing that really lasts is the chains. And not even like for a while there the spinners were big too. And those didn't last either. Just like the rims. No one has spinners anymore. At least not very many. Oh well, Steve. We need to talk about that subscriber count spell. We need to whip something up. Like 50 million a piece maybe? Maybe we should go for the grand total, 100 million a piece, and we'll both be the top YouTubers in the world. Yes, the Crunk Cups, yeah. I remember. Yeah, that was a very 90s, early 2000s phase. I don't feel like I've seen, at least in any big way, that stuff on the scene recently. Unless it's more of like a prop in a video. That's right. We can end officially the war and take over the top 2 spots. Wawa. I've never had that. We don't have any of them near here that I know of. I don't know where the nearest location is, honestly, so I don't want to say, like, we don't have any near here and then there is, like, a couple hours away maybe. But, yeah, the fast food diversity in this area is not the best. We have, like, your top of the top echelon chains and then, like, nothing else. Like, even, like, the closest White Castle is, like, 2 hours away from me. So I've always found that to be ridiculous. Because to me, I thought that was a hugely popular chain. But apparently people don't find it to be popular at all here or profitable at all here. I don't know. Chicken is good. I made some chicken last night. I've not had dinner yet, even though it is 11:30. I don't know that I will have dinner. I feel like it's almost too late to even try now. I love White Castle. We actually, I think one of the main reasons that we're kind of, the area I am is kind of big into local stuff, and we have like a local variety of White Castle, and so I think that's one of the reasons that it hasn't came into the area. It's kind of a weird area business wise. If there's like a local chain or a restaurant that does what the national restaurants do, it's almost impossible in this area for the national chains to work their way in because people are so loyal to the local brands. And so that actually might be the reason that White Castle doesn't exist here. But even the local one is in such a inconvenient place that it would be it just makes it a pain to even get to. So it's like either way it kind of screws me over. And then it has random hours too. It's like the most local. It's like the epitome of local. Like you never know when it's going to be open. They're just open when they're open because as soon as they flip the open sign on, they just know that they're going to get business. So it's like they just make their own hours. They don't really care. A Cracker. Yeah, we have Cracker Barrel. Oh, night, Debbie. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. Hope to see you in the next one. So yeah, well, we did finally pass the 3-hour mark. There we go, 3 hours, 11 minutes. Not too shabby. But again, big thank you to everybody out there. We passed a milestone in the history of the second channel here. Past that 1,000 subscriber mark. It's been a while since we had that milestone on the 539 Productions channel. And so it's kind of interesting and almost a nostalgic experience to be doing this again and having this conversation. But at any rate, many thanks out there to everybody that has subscribed to the second channel. And yeah, many, many good things to come. Up next on 539, we'll have a full weekend of episodes. I'm not sure exactly at this point what I'm going to be uploading. I have a couple episodes in mind that I want to release, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's hard to say at this point, but got definitely a few more good graveyard videos that are going to be coming here. I have another video that I'm working on that's sort of in production. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to turn into. At this point, it's just kind of a short few minutes of travel that are it's interesting, but I don't feel like it's a complete episode yet, so I'm not sure exactly what it's going to turn into, but it's not cemetery or graveyard related or abandoned. It's not completely different from what we've done on the channel before, but it's different from what we've done in a while, so I think it's going to be pretty cool. But at some point I'll release that and obviously more details about that, but I'm going to be keeping some of it under wraps. But yeah, as always, like I said, I want to keep a wide variety of stuff coming on the channel, so yeah, you never know. And I know some of the people out there really like the covered bridges, and we might be doing some more episodes with some more covered bridges. I know there's a lot of real famous ones in this area, and a lot of ones that people don't even really know about. Some places, pretty crazy looking places, honestly. Some places I wish I would have gotten on film when I had the chance, but I didn't. So maybe I'll be making a trip back to some of those areas here pretty soon too. Well, all of it will eventually be released. Some things take the form of smaller clip videos where, you know, we release all the content that didn't amount to a full video. You know, content that's basically under 2 to 3 minutes, things like that. So what I have right now is just really, I mean, just not releasable. It's not anything. But I mean, it is, but it's just, it's not enough. Even to release it in its small format. I feel like to be a small format video, it has to be a lot more interesting. Like it's cool and it's a cool location, but I feel like it has to be part of a compilation. I've heard a brief amount about the whole situation down there with the UGUE guys and the Holy Walkers and such. I know there was a few other channels involved as well, and I've heard a little bit. Again, I'm not completely in the loop, and I'm sort of just letting them handle their business right now and not trying to interject myself into it. But yeah, unfortunate situation. Really sucks. Feeling bad for the guys and everybody involved, and hope everything gets resolved here quickly. But yeah, that's about the full extent of it at this point. But yeah, I definitely am wishing them the best. And again, like I was saying earlier, I know that they'll end up coming out better and stronger on the other end. And I know this isn't going to be the end. So. Sorry, I almost turned off my mic there. Yeah. So. Yeah. I really don't know the whole situation, like I said, but yeah, it's like I said, it sucks. But think before we all know it, the whole thing will be over and done with, and everybody can look back and it can be just that, a distant memory. So I really hope the best for the guys, and yeah, it's crazy, but yeah. Like I said, it's in terms of the details. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but yeah, definitely sending my love their way. Yeah, good guys, good friends, and yeah, I hate to see them in a bad situation, but yeah, they'll all be okay. Tell a ghost story. I don't know any good ghost stories. Or are we talking about like a ghost story from something I've seen? Which I think I've told most of them on here already. I don't know. But I don't know. At this point, we've been going 3 hours and 20 minutes right now. I'm not trying to make this a super long stream. I might call it a night here pretty soon. Just saying. But at the very least, I'm going to take probably a bigger break here and cut the stream off. I might start up another stream later on and do like a late night stream maybe, but I do have some stuff. Make one up. I don't know anything offhand. I'm trying to think of I don't know. Oh. All right, everybody. I don't want this stream to become stale, and I feel like I'm running out of material at this point. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Steve. I appreciate you, man. You have a good night. Make sure you all go over and if you haven't checked out Steve's channel, make sure you check him out. Send him some love. Thank you, Faye. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun hanging out with everybody tonight. Thanks to everybody for coming and hanging out here. Am I coming back to the ukulele? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing music on this channel again. With a lot of the format changes, I really can't do a lot of what I was kind of gonna do. I was intending to kind of do some like covers and things from time to time, but it's not looking like that's gonna be an opportunity, at least on YouTube here anymore. And so pretty much everything I can do from here on out has to be my own personal creations. So no problem, man. I appreciate you, and yeah, you've done so much for the 539 Productions channel and this channel that yeah, I owe you. So many thanks, and you have a good night. But yeah, we'll be back to the music here shortly, but just in a slightly different format. See you later, Jen. Thanks for showing up and hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you being here. Tell some ghost stories in the next stream here. But yeah, I think at this point I'm gonna call it a night myself, at least for the moment. If I have a chance here later and I get everything done that I need to get done as well, then I might hop back on for a short late night stream. But if not, then thanks again for everything, guys. Thanks for bringing us to this point here on the second channel and in the 539 journey. And yeah, I owe it all to you guys out there. And yeah. So never think that I don't appreciate all of you, or that I don't know the amount of credit that I should give all of you for this amazing journey that has taken place here online. I remember it each and every day. It's hard not to, and I've got a bunch of great people supporting me, and it's been really one of the best experiences of my life. And so many thanks for everything, guys. Love you all. It's been incredible. And again, I will try to do like an official something, do something special and not just like a hangout stream. As long as I can think up something cool to do for everybody. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, so I'll be brainstorming here over the next few days to come up with some sort of idea, and I'll probably be tweeting about it and letting you guys know what's going on. So I'll keep you guys updated, and thanks again to everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night, and thanks for coming and hanging out and making this night special for me. I appreciate that you take the time out of your day to come and spend some time with me. So many thanks, everybody. Good night to everybody. Good night to Faye. And good night, Matthew. Good night, Jade. Good night, Jen. Edward. Good to have everybody here. Good night, Aaron, Manya. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Faye. Big Steve, he's already gone. My plants that I'm about to knock off the ceiling. And yes, to anybody out there that is not chatting with us but just here watching, many thanks to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all.